album is probably the first time that a lot of people here in Australia are getting to hear Servant. So I was wondering if you could start off by telling us a little bit about the band, how you guys all got together and how long you've been playing together for.
Oh yes. Um, yeah, this is a good question. I think we need to go a little back in time for that because um, I will start like this. I had a band. I had a former black metal band in the '90s, and we split up and had to do a lot of other things. And we wanted to have a reunion. It was meant first just only for a reunion show, but we thought it would be cool to have a couple of new songs, but it never came to a reunion. So all these songs were on my hard disk in that time, and yeah, Samuel and me, we were already friends. It was in 2007, I think, and we listened to the songs, and he said, "Yeah, it's great material. We should do something with that." And yeah, so, but there wasn't the time for doing these songs. So I think it was the second time when we came together to finish the material was like in 2015, and yeah, since then we came together, and first of all we've been we both, like Samuel and me, and we've finished the songs, all the 9 songs, and yeah, later we got Apopis and Thanatos.
Awesome.
And yeah, that was how it worked. But it was a long stretch. I think we never had the focus in between 2007 and 2015 on Servant. So yeah, I think it was more like in 2015 when we came together and started to compose and finish the songs for real. Yeah.
Awesome. So tell us about that process over the last couple of years. Were you doing shows at the same time, or were you just focusing on writing the music?
To be honest, we never played a show with Servants yet.
Yep.
We are working on that. So I think it was the process was like composing and writing songs, material, which we can stand 100% behind of it. That was the main drive, the main motivation doing this album. And well, yeah, we wanted to create music that is a part of us that we really love, and do it with passion. So it was first, I think the first 2 years, we tried to compose or to get the material together. That is, yeah, how to tell, that is deep enough for us, in a kind of art.
Yep.
And we never had the focus on playing live shows.
Yep.
But now it's different times. So right now we are working on our live show, and we are pretty satisfied already by the result. And so yeah, we will play live. I think it will start right now. So, yeah.
Could you both tell me what was inspiring the music when you were sitting down to work on this music and writing this music? What was inspiring you both when you're working on the music?
I can tell what was inspiring for me. The music was, I think it was a kind of nostalgia, of course, because I started doing these things, this black metal stuff or metal in the beginning of the 90s when I was a little small kid and doing it with some schoolmates.
Yeah.
Like I think every musician did in that time. And we I loved the vibe and the feeling that we had in the 90s, especially in this scene. Here in Germany, over here, it was like, you have to know, in that time, we had no other option than just to have connection with other bands, tape trading, all that stuff. And we had to organize our concert by ourselves or doing parties and whatever. It was like a small, but I can say small but fine community.
Yeah.
So and there were pretty good vibes always. And for me, the vibes and all a lot of positive energy within that time was a main drive to for the inspiration, and of course also to not only to pick up the guitar and play some chords and do some noisy stuff. No, it should also be a composition, and we are. I see myself not only as a musician with a guitar and doing some vocals. I love to compose music, and so music should be always honest for the artist, the composer, and that was, I think, for me the main thing to grab the attitude, to grab the vibes that I had, and make music that I really love to listen to when I'm sitting in my car or doing whatever I do, to feel that vibe, and I always had the connection. Of course, because I mean, I was like 15 years, 16, 17, 18, 19 years old when I did that stuff in the 90s, and of course it was a very very intense time for a person. So that was the main drive to me. But I think Samuel can tell a bit more when it comes to the lyrics. I think the lyrics are also very important for an artist to perform it right. That is a huge thing. So I would like to give the word to Samuel right now, if it's okay.
Yeah, definitely, yep.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
Yeah. To say something about the lyrical part. So as Fargo already mentioned, so we try to give the album the overall shape it required. So we not just sat there and we're like, so okay, we are both into black metal, just let's do a black metal album. So but sit down and write music that touches our heart and soul. And for both of us, as Fargo already mentioned, black metal is still a huge part for us as musicians and also as individuals. And it was like the musical part was first there, or the great collages where the collages were already there, and then the ideas for the lyrics came with the music. So and we cover a huge variety of themes within that album. It's not just only being evil and sing about Satanism or something like that, but we try to cover a huge variety of philosophical themes and religious ideas, like evaluation of the self and the transcendence within the human nature. And it was like it all happened like per instinct within this process, writing that album. So the music was first there, and then but then came the lyrics. And at one point, for example, we were stuck within an idea, within the specific idea, for example, and then so I had an idea for a lyrical part, and that also gave the idea, gave the musical part the opportunity again to evolve. So and it all felt very natural writing that album, and for us it's the right thing.
I think it was instinct. It was instinctive. That was the right word, I think. So because to pick up the words, the musician, the composition. I mean, the music and the lyrics should have always the same weight in the song. So it's so inspiring to have the right lyrics and put it on the music, because you start to feel much more than just only tones or words or whatever, and that gave songs and music a special touch, and to satisfy myself with that. And so because when I'm finished with that song that is maybe like 5 minutes long, and I had to say something that is important to me, that is a great thing for an artist, I think. To express himself.
Awesome.
So.
Guys, I am so blown away by talking to you. You guys are obviously in love with music, and you love the music that you're doing. But I was wondering, to wrap up, would you be able to both give a little message to Australian metal fans out there about why they should listen to your debut album?
Oh, I think they should listen to this album because because we love it. And as you can hear, I think it's an interesting album for metal fans, not only for black metal fans. I mean, it's a metal album. It's a black metal album, but it's still interesting because I think there are huge varieties between the songs. You have influences from the 90s or even from the 80s, but still it sounds. I think it sounds kind of modern. And I mean, I did the mix and the production for this album, and my goal was always to pick up the vibe that it needs, but still to make it sound that it sounds good. Because if you want the listeners to listen carefully to your music, then it should be able. The listener should be able to hear the details and all that stuff. Because it makes sense if you put reverb or delays or whatever on your vocals, or because you don't put it on because somebody told you should. You put it on because you think it's an instinct thing that you put it on because you feel that is the right atmosphere. That is the right attitude. So I think everybody who loves metal, or not only metal, but metal or extreme metal, should listen to it because it has a lot of varieties and it's interesting. Yeah, that is how I would sell our album.
Yeah.
So to speak. I'm just kidding. But, yeah.
And Samuel, what would you say to Aussie music fans out there who are about to explore your music?
Sorry, can you repeat it, please? Because have some patience. We are not natives.
Samuel, what would you like to say to the Aussie music fans out there before they start to explore Servant's music?
I think they should prepare themselves. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't know. Maybe to take time to listen to an album, not just to. I don't know. I mean, in nowadays it's totally no problem. You can put the Spotify on or whatever, and you can listen to it. But I think the most important thing is always to listen to music in one roll. I mean, like not just like 3 minutes and I listen to it. Yeah, it's okay. I don't like it or I like it or whatever. I think that the most important thing is really to give the album the chance, because we were sitting here like before the release. And we thought like, okay, we need a tracking list. How we should start? Oh man, yeah, I would like to start with an acoustic guitar, but otherwise, it's maybe a bit too cheesy or whatever. Because everybody is like starting with acoustic guitars and some nice harmonies, but we thought like, okay, we have these songs, and it should be an album, and the listeners should listen to it as an album, not as a single.
Like a journey.
Like a journey. It's more like a journey. Yeah, that's good. You brought it on the point. I think it's like a journey, yeah. And so the Australian listeners, if they're interested to listen to it, they should just take a bit time, because that is what we all did. Like I'm again in my nostalgia, but that is what we all did like 25 years ago. When I got an LP or a CD or whatever, I sat down and listened to it like I think 10 times, and started to make my own vision and my own picture of this album. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, guys, I just want to say congratulations on such a fantastic debut album. I want to thank you for taking the time to chat to us today, and hopefully we get to chat to you again in the future.
Yeah, hopefully.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Very, very much. Yeah.
You guys stay safe, and we'll talk soon.